Hello internet world, welcome to my review of the FiiO R9. This is a flagship all-in-one desktop Android hi-fi music player and I can't wait to share my review with you. I won't run through all of the specs now, I'll do that later on in the video. I just want to start this video by showing you the box contents. The box that it comes in is very impressive. This is what the box looks like, a really nice cube shaped box that contains all of the kit that you need to get up and running. So of course you get the R9 itself. We also get a power cable. Now the power supply is multi-voltage and it's actually built into the unit. So there's no external power brick. You just get a power cable with an IEC connector on one end and a country specific plug on the other end. We also get a USB cable. It's full size USB to USB-C. And then we also get a polishing cloth, some warranty information, some instructions about the included remote control which you need to pair to the device. We also get a quick start guide. And then inside this bag here, this is a flat rubber foot. I'll show you the second one. You actually get two of these supplied. One of them is flat, which is this one, and one of them slightly angled. And it just allows you to angle the device up so that the screen is viewable a little bit easier when it's on a desk. But it's nice that they give the option of either using the flat one or the angled one that I've installed on here. We get a little bag with a spare fuse and also a 6.35mm headphone adapter. We get a couple of batteries for the remote control, they're AAA. We get the remote control itself, and it's a really nice remote. Really nice and compact, nicely made though, good quality materials used here, and we've got all of the buttons that we need to interact with the FiiO R9. And then this is the blanking plate that is actually pre-installed on the unit. I'll show you what I've replaced it with because you get another blanking plate in here as well. So this is like the front of the unit, and this is the additional blanking plate that comes supplied in the box. It feels a little bit loose. I wish this sort of fitted a little bit better, but it comes supplied with this one, which obviously covers up all the ports. And if you're going to be using this with headphones a lot, probably you're going to be using 3.5mm or 6.35. You don't need access to this one here, so you can just cover either all of the ports or just that top port. But this just fits, it's just a bit loose. Not impressed with the way that fits. We've also got the controls on the front, and again I'll show you these in use very shortly, but we've got the volume control, which is also the power button, and then we've got a control here for changing our pre-out options. So this is just like a rotary dial on the front. It's got a really nice feel to it, a little bit of a sort of knurling to the upper edge and smooth behind, so a nice finish to these dials. Now this is a high-end 8-channel ES9038 Pro. It's got two of those, 8-channel THX AAA 788 Plus, 7,300 milliwatt-hour output. It's also got a fully connected hi-fi audio architecture, DC AC power supply with a dual design, so it's a dual power supply design. And the analog and digital power supplies are separated. That's very important. And then this screen, which I'm going to show you in use in a very short while, is a 6-inch full HD screen. This also supports HDMI ARC and Rune Ready mode as well. So this is packed full of features. Now I mentioned during the introduction about this angled foot. If I just put it on its side, you can see this is the angled foot that I've put on here. So this is a really nice thick isolation rubberized base to the unit. Very, very nice indeed. You'll also see that the sides are matte finish, and that's because I've left the stickers on at the moment. I've left the sticker on here. I've also left the sticker on the top. This side here has got like a honeycomb effect for heat dissipation. And the reason I've left these on is because this is a very high mirrored finish, really highly polished, and it just attracts fingerprints and dust. I wish they'd done a matte finish on this, but alas, they went for a high gloss finish. I will remove these eventually, but I've left them on for the purposes of this video. And then on the back here, we've got all of the connections, and this is really impressive. I really do like what they've done here. So this portion here, I assume, is a antenna of some sort. We've got a ground and lift switch, we've got an AC DC switch, we've got the input here for if you're using a DC power supply. We've also got the main on off just here. We've also got the input there for the power cable I showed you earlier. We've got the fuse here, so we do get a spare fuse inside the box. And then from top to bottom on this column here, we have got a full-size SD card. It's actual SD card adapter that comes supplied, so you can use micro SD or SD in here. We've got USB 3. We've got in and out on HDMI, and the out is ARC compatible. We've got an optical out, and I noticed that it's very slightly twisted on my unit, so a little bit sort of off kilter on there. We've also got an optical in, and then we've got a coaxial out and a coaxial in. We've got USB host. We've also got LAN as well. So this does connect via Wi-Fi, but you can also connect it via a wired connection. And then we've got RCA stereo line outs. And then we've also got balanced line outputs as well. So very, very good array of inputs and outputs and control on this back panel. So now you can see the FiiO R9 switched on, and I must admit I don't know all of the features. I'm still learning how to get the best out of the R9, but I'm very, very impressed with what I've experienced so far. You can see this really nice display on the front. You've also got LED lights around the two control dials here. There's also an LED light along this portion here on the right hand side of the screen. Now you can turn these lights off and configure how they interact. I've left them on for now for this demonstration. In day-to-day use, I normally turn them off because I find them a little tiny bit distracting. But the interface you'll see is very familiar. If you've used a smartphone, and in particular an Android smartphone, it's an Android interface. So you can scroll across various screens. We can launch applications. We've even got a Chrome browser on here. And if we go across to this screen, you'll see we've even got the Play Store. There is also a dedicated FiiO application store called FiiO Market. And here you will get applications that are just designed to work on a music orientated device. So this is a really nice place to go if you just want music type applications. We can swipe up from the bottom, of course, to go back to our home screen. If we go in the Play Store, we can install pretty much anything we want. We've also got an equalizer function here. We've got FiiO Rune here as well. We've got technical support. We've got a clock. If we go back across to here, we've also got a main browser icon here. If we tap on this, it just gives us access to what we've got stored on that micro SD card or full-size SD card. So we've got downloads, images, videos, audio, documents, apps. And for example here, we can see our audio, and we've got 11 gigabytes of audio that's accessible. We can also scroll down and look at favourites, save folder, our internal storage and our SD card. They're sort of shown separately. So really nice way of seeing what we've got available that could be played on this device. If we tap on this icon here, this is the music application, and from here of course we can select an album, for example, and then a track, and then we can start the track playing. And these lights change depending upon which sort of audio format you're playing back. Now I've tested this with plenty of different pairs of headphones and IEMs, and what's really impressed me is one, the dynamic range and the detail that I'm hearing playing through the FiiO R9, but also that when you're not playing anything, this is absolutely silent. So you turn this on, there is no hum, there is no noise, there is no hiss, there's no distraction. It is perfectly silent. And when you start playing back an audio track and start engaging with the music, wow, I've just been blown away. This is exceptionally good audio quality, and of course, a very nice user interface. Now there is another screen that you can access on here, and you can access it either via the remote control. Of course, we've got full control here. I'm going to show you how you do it on the actual unit itself. If we press and hold the power button, it will go into this screen here, which is the input mode selection screen. So we can go to Android mode, which just takes us back out to that Android home screen. We can go to pure music mode, which takes us to the music player. We've also got AirPlay, USB DAC mode, Bluetooth receiving mode, coax mode, Roon Ready, also optical mode, HDMI in mode and HDMI ARC mode. So this is a really nice user interface, again, for interacting even further with the FiiO R9. We can swipe up if we want to, or we can just tap back and we go back to the home screen. This is an exceptionally good device. Yes, it is a big investment, and yes, it is a cube that you have to accommodate in your setup, but I really love the way this looks. I'm not going to hide this away. It looks exceptionally good in my setup, and it sounds so wonderful that I can definitely recommend it. This is the FiiO R9. I hope you've enjoyed my review. If you have, please do hit that like button. Check out the links down in the video description to where you can purchase one of these for yourself. And also please consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in another video very soon.